America, things are moving so rapidly. I mean, I can barely keep up with the speed of it. We have a special hour tonight. More undercover tapes apparently showing Acorn workers helping, another couple break the law, allegedly. We continue with the pimp and the prostitute trying to get help from Acorn. We just learned that apparently community organizing includes handy tips on seducing male bank presidents. I don't think I misread that. A year ago, you had no idea what a community organizer even did, but now you know. They apparently organize and help fund community brothels, in this case, employing 13-year-old illegal alien girls. But wait, it's about to get worse, much worse. After Eden discusses how her old pimp got abusive, Teresa, the Acorn worker, turns the conversation even darker and shares this.
I, in my life, have been abused also. I mean, just with an ex-husband, that just beat the hell out of me, a few times, and then, I killed him. But I don't think that that's a nice thing. I don't think
you killed him emotionally.
No, I shot him. I shot him.
Self-defense?
Yeah.
He beat you for a while, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How old are you then?
It was only actually about, I was 35.
Was he abusing you when you shot him? Or
No, not right that instant.
Yeah. But then...
Well, actually, he was going to, and I knew the second that I opened my mouth, when I said, you, and I walked away, and I knew, because
You knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming, but sometimes you just can't,
I wish I could do that to him.
Yeah, I know it. And he was 6'2", and weighed 300 pounds.
300?
Yeah.
He's kind of fat.
Oh, he wasn't real fat, but he was big, really big.
Husky guy.
Yeah, and he came at me, and I let him throw me around a little bit, and then I just picked up the gun and said, "You," and I shot him, and he died right there. But before that, I had laid some groundwork. I went to the domestic violence shelter, and I pleaded my case with them, and so everybody in town was knowing that this was happening.
Yeah.
Because I've seen too many movies about the burning dead. I love Farrah Fawcett in that movie. That guy oh my God.
Well, you had to go through a lot more suffering than he did.
Oh yeah, right. So I don't agree with, I don't believe in corporal punishment for children when you're raising them. I never spanked my kids for anything.
Okay, see if I have this right. She never spanked her kids, but she did shoot her husband dead. She doesn't spank her kids, but you can bring in 13-year-old illegal aliens and have them be hookers. Where do you even begin, America? This is twisted, bizarre, macabre. Is this theater? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a jury. But gosh, even to me, it seems like this is a potential admission of murder. And the way she was describing doing some groundwork beforehand, so everybody in town knew exactly what was going on, a case might be made for premeditated murder. In fairness, I don't understand people who stay in abusive relationships. I don't. I get it. I get it. And maybe that a jury might conclude that it was justifiable homicide. I don't know, but we haven't been even able to confirm from the state of California whether Teresa's husband from 10 years ago was killed, or if he's dead, or if she even had a husband. Did she make the story up? I don't know. Nobody's asking questions. See if the mainstream media will follow this one. This is shocking. It raises serious questions about what is going on inside of Acorn. Acorn say, you watch, just another rogue employee. We had nothing to do with her. Really? How many employees do you have like that? The Red Cross doesn't seem to have this problem. How many employees do you have to have charged with crimes and go to jail before America asks herself this question? Either Acorn has the most corrupt hiring practices, lowest standards, or you just can't find anyone in the inner city that's a decent human being. Now, I don't believe that one. I don't think Acorn wants to make that case. Really? Well, that's the case you better make, Acorn. Otherwise, before another tax dime is spent, there needs to be an investigation, an independent investigation into Acorn. And every single politician that has stood by with their hands in their pockets going, doesn't bother me. Let me go a step further. You know what? I hate to go all Howard Beale on you, but get the hell off the couch, America. Right now, get off the couch. While I'm talking to you, you pick up the phone. You call the newspaper. If the newspaper, your local newspaper, hasn't run this story on the front page, it doesn't reflect the same outrage in the paper. If the newspapers aren't doing their job and looking into your independent Acorn right there in your own town, then you know what? Then what the hell are they good for? You tell them you don't reflect common American values of decency. Call ABC here in New York. Call CBS. Hey, Katie Couric, where are you? Where are you? Then you call your congressman. You call your senator. Just one more time, try with these people. And say these words. Protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. You took an oath. Get your ass in gear. When I see the Senate voted 83-7 to cut off Acorn's funding, an organization, can you put the people up? Put the faces up here. There they are. Look at this. Oh, Roland Burris, what a surprise. I did. Oh, Kirsten Gillibrand. Boy, it didn't take you long to fall. Here's an organization that has 270 other related organizations, including SEIU, that surrounds the President of the United States. This is truly a meaningless vote. And you see 7 willing to stand for these people? I really wonder if we can find 56 congressmen and senators willing to be able to pledge their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to sacred honor. Does sacred honor even exist in Washington anymore? Because I ratted out a self-avowed communist in the administration in Van Jones, the same organizations, the same politicians, the same progressive media that are ignoring or standing for Acorn now have called me Joseph McCarthy. They have such little regard for your intelligence that they don't think that you're going to figure out that Joseph McCarthy was a powerful senator surrounded by the trappings of power of the United States government, with the power of subpoena and the power of Congress. The guy who stood against that was alone, while everybody else wet their pants and cowered in fear. You'd think the members of the media might remember his name. It was Edward R. Murrow. And while I am nowhere near an Edward R. Murrow, never claimed to be, let me use the words of finally somebody else that stood up to the power and these senators and said, "Senator, have you no shame? Have you no shame?"